You remember the stories of the past. Those stories of solemn space travelers discovering aliens with fantasy levels of technology and strange arrangements of limbs. That's what we expected when we started our maiden voyages across the Milky Way. All our colony ships were armed for war as much as they were for creating homes. We knew communication would be non-existent for decades between the worlds, but we hoped at least one would survive that gap of time. 23 Earth-like planets were chosen to be home to our future, home to a new generation of humans, and we feared that native creatures would stop us like in those old stories. Now imagine our surprise, after waiting close to 60 years, to learn each of the colony ships succeeded. Of the 23 planets we chose, 6 amazingly had life. Our first contact with intelligent beings from another world. Now color me disappointed, because none of them were exactly intelligent. They were like the wild animals of Earth, give or take their odd appearances. None understood a lick of science, hell, none of them understood fire beyond the whole burns thing concept. Our first step into being a multiplanar species, and we were disappointed. We wanted the action, the adventure, the mystique of alien societies. We got cyclops lizards with tentacle mouths that communicate by vomiting. The disappointment didn't end there for humanity. Oh no, it was just beginning. 200 years after colonization, we set off more ships to scour the galaxy for intelligent life and the likes. Colonies were set up along the way to act as footholds and communication hubs. 15 septillion humans waited for some news we weren't alone in space, only to learn more and more we were. In 400 short years, we found no other civilizations. Of course, we fractured and formed different societies, as it is human to do so, but still, no Xenos, no gray men, no nothing. Fat load of crap it was. Eventually, the Milky Way bored us, and we set off once more. Ships the size of stars were forged, preparing to set humanity out further into the dark, making our mark on the universe. We left hollow civilizations and scarred planets in our wake as we left. But we didn't leave dead planets. It was nearly 44,000 years before we returned to our home system, but on arrival we knew something changed. Once vacant planets had obvious metropolises scattered around them. We assumed some human factions stood behind and continued to build, but that was proven false. They weren't human. For once, we found intelligent life, and it was back where we started. Those Cyclops bastards of the past. They imprinted of our society and slowly evolved past the whole vomit communication shit they had going before. They spread out and found other races, all telling stories of beings coming to their worlds, taking what they pleased, and leaving behind unimaginable technology. They all argued about it, fought about it, fucking worshipped the idea of it. They had spent 30,000 years building, traveling, learning, all in hopes of learning if there were some great beings that enlightened them. Millennia of hunting for the supreme beings of the universe, and we never thought of it from the other end. As we started to communicate with the new spacefaring societies, they expected what we used to. They expected us to have reality warping technology, unbelievable physiques, and massive cities spanning solar systems. They were hoping to meet the supreme beings of the galaxy, and we were there to greet them. The author's name and the link to original text in the description. Consider tapping the thumbs up and pressing the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. And please join our channel.